Video number 2. Now, what could I be talking about in video number 2? I mean, there's a theme in this room. There's like a theme in this room that I think is very present. It's like very present. Hold on, wait. I think there's a theme in this room that's like super present. I mean, I couldn't tell what the theme is. Like, there's like so many like things it could be, but nothing is sticking out. You know what I mean? Like, nothing is sticking out at all. I couldn't for the life of me figure out what exactly the theme of this room is. There's like one character that stands out so much above every other character, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what character it is. Like, I couldn't. I don't know, man. It's just not. It's not coming to me. It's just not coming to me. I just can't tell what character it is. Like, there's so many great characters, and you know, could be Wolverine, could be a lot of characters, but I don't know which one it is. All right, obviously I'm kidding. It's Superman. I fucking love Superman. I love Superman so much. Superman's my favorite hero of all time. It's like not even close. I personally got into comics in probably like 2022 is when I started getting into comics and reading them. Because I was a fan of the MCU for a long time, right? I've been watching the MCU probably all my life, literally since I was little all the way up to grow. And I was like, man, you know, like, I love the MCU so much. Why don't I start reading comic books? Why don't I start learning more about the characters that I love in the MCU? So that's how I kind of started. And since 2022 all the way to now, I've been reading comics like madman. And Superman has always been the character that stood out to me while I was reading them. I love Superman's story so much. I love Lois, Clark, Jimmy, and Lex. And I loved Superman. I love what he stood for. And always being a beacon of hope and always helping people. Coming from somewhere else and having all this power, and he could be so bad, but instead he's raised by great people and he chooses to be good. And it's something that really stuck with me when I read All-Star Superman, and I read Birthright, and I also read an amazing the first Superman run. Well, no, the first one I read was All-Star, and then I read Joshua Williamson, his Superman 2023 run, which I loved. And then the most recent one I read is Birthright, and I love Birthright. I think that might be one of my favorite Superman stories. But I love Joshua Williamson's 2023 run because I love the dynamic with Clark and Lex. How Lex is kind of in prison, but he's trying to be good and he's trying to help Clark out. But Clark is he's like not as trustworthy because it's Lex still, and he just feels like Lex is still kind of bad. But then Lex gives Clark Supercorp and all this, and they end up becoming really good friends. And Clark ends up trusting him in the end, or not in the end, but he ends up trusting Lex, and you know, him and Lex work together now, and they have that great issue with Lobo that I loved also, where him and Lobo kind of teamed up. Which I can't wait. Jason Momoa is Lobo in the DCU. I can't wait to see David Cornswell as Superman and Jason Momoa and Lobo kind of interact. That's gonna be so dope too. So yeah, Superman is like a character that has always been one of my favorites, and he's always been just one of the characters that like I just love dearly, and he's my favorite character ever, you know. And so when I heard James Gunn was doing a Superman movie, I was pretty excited. I was excited. I was ecstatic. I love Superman, and I thought, wow, you know, we have Man of Steel, which I think Man of Steel has Man of Steel has really good aspects about it, and I really liked it when I first watched it. My first time watching, I thought it was good. Um, and I still think Man of Steel is solid. There's some aspects that I don't like, but I still think overall, like the action in Man of Steel, I can't deny I can't deny it's bad. I think Man of Steel has great action. Um, so yeah. Anyway, I was excited for a new Superman movie, and I was like, man, I wonder how it's gonna be done, And I remember the first the first photo of the suit came out, and I remember thinking, okay, it's different. It's different. It doesn't look bad. I'm talking about the one where he's lacing up the boots. But even before that, with the logo drop that James did, I was like, okay, I'm liking it. You know what I mean? I think it. I still love the logo a lot. I don't think anybody will change my opinion on the logo. Mainly because if you see in the background, I love Alex Ross, and I love Kingdom Come a lot, which I need to buy but I don't have. And I love that Kingdom Come logo a lot, and it's the same logo on Superman the Authority, right there. It's the same logo, so I love that logo. So I was ecstatic when I saw that they were using that logo because I love it. And I remember seeing the suit where he was lacing those things up, and I said, okay, it looks different. I was like, okay, it looks different. It had trunks, which was a plus, and I was excited about that. Then the set photos came out, and I was like, okay, I think I love this suit. Like, I love the colors on it. I love the logo. I love the logo on the back. I mean, I loved everything about it, and I was really, from the set photos, I was really excited for the Superman movie. Like, really excited. Really excited, and I thought the suit looked amazing. The only problem that I always had with the suit that I kind of still have is the lines. I think the lines look kind of weird. I know a lot of people don't like the collar. I am like iffy. I don't think the collar looks bad. I think the collar wouldn't be mad if the collar got removed, but I don't mind it. It doesn't I don't mind it that much. So yeah, basically, I love the set photos. I thought the set photos were great, and I was super excited for a trailer to drop. And we got built up and all that, and then the trailer dropped, and I was like, man. The first time I watched the trailer, I was like, okay, I like what I'm seeing a lot. I thought, man, I have a tad bit of issues, like the way it looked kind of threw me off a little bit, and I was like, man, the way it looks is throwing me off a little bit, like, it threw me off a little bit, to say the least. But if I will say this, after sitting with the trailer for, like, was it more than 2 weeks, I think? Maybe, if I'm right. I've grown to absolutely love this trailer. Like, I've grown to love it. I've grown to love it. I can't lie to you. I've always thought that Dave was gonna kill it as Superman. That's never really been something that I've been like iffy on. I always thought Dave is definitely gonna do his thing. David Cornsworth's gonna do his thing as Superman. I don't have any doubt about that. I also think Nicholas Hoult was gonna do a great Lex Luthor. No doubt about that at all either. I think they got a perfect Lois Lane too. So the casting was never really something that I was like iffy about. I always thought it was gonna be really good. And I think now more than ever, I really like it, man. Mr. Terrific looks great. I mean, does Guy Gardner look goofy as hell? Yeah. And does he look goofy as fuck? Yeah. And is it purposeful? I don't know. But yeah, he does look pretty goofy. And it's like, fuck it. And Hawkgirl also looks really cool too. Metamorpho. I'm excited to see Metamorpho. I'm wondering what the fuck Metamorpho is going to look like. That's kind of one of the question marks. Well, you saw him in the trailer. But I have questions on what, like, his arc is, or like what his character is gonna be. Yeah. So I'm pretty, who knows. We'll see when we get there. And overall, I'm excited. Fortress of Solitude looks pretty cool. I don't really think there's anything about the trailer that, like, I don't like per se, or it's like now, I mean, there's just some question marks. Like the big thing in the sky at the end of towards the end of the trailer is like, did anybody know what the fuck that is? Like, am I the only person who just has like been completely blanking on what the fuck that can even be? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like struggling to find out. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? I don't know. I feel like I'm the only one that's like blanking. Or like, I'm not the only one. I feel like a lot of people are like blanking on what the fuck that is. I mean, you know, I see new roster say Brainiac, but like, yo, we do not, I don't think Brainiac is the villain of this movie, like, at all. Like, if Brainiac was a villain, I would kind of feel like, damn, that is a heavy hitter villain to kind of, you know, put in there, like bring in there first, you know what I mean, for the first movie. I thought Brainiac would be more of like a last movie type vibe. Like if they do a trilogy, he'll be the end villain. I personally don't think Brainiac will be in this movie, but I also have no fucking clue what that thing is in the sky. I mean, I couldn't tell you if I tried. You know what I mean? So it's a mystery at this point, but overall, I think I love the trailer. I think it looks good. I love that he's fighting a fucking kaiju. Like, Superman fighting a kaiju, let's fucking go. You know what I mean? Like, if you read Superman comic books, Metropolis has bullshit, bro. They usually got monsters in that bitch. So it's like, I think him fighting a kaiju is fucking sick. You know what I mean? And my favorite thing about this trailer I want to point out is that I love that this trailer is leaning into being a comic book trailer. Like, oh, fuck. This trailer is leaning into being a fucking, like, this movie is leaning into being a comic book movie. You know what I mean? Man, fuck realism, fuck grounded. Like, we're gonna make a comic book movie and it's gonna feel like a comic book. You know what I mean? Like, Superman's gonna fight a kaiju. Fuck it. This is a comic book movie. You know what I mean? Like, let's make this shit comic book. You know, and I fuck with James Gunn for doing that. I fuck with James Gunn for saying, man, like, this shit is we're gonna make this comic booky as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it, bro. This is a comic book movie. I fuck with James Gunn for that, bro. And I love how fantastical it's looking right now. And I do see, I remember he said in an interview that no Superman movie has had so many Silver Age elements as this one. And I feel like in the trailer you do see a lot of those elements, like a lot, you know? So overall, with the Superman trailer, I'm excited. I can't wait. I think it's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be great. I think James Gunn is gonna kill it. I think the movie is gonna be amazing. And I 100% cannot wait for that. I think it's probably my most anticipated movie of this year. Like, I am really, really excited to see that. I can't wait, man. And it's honestly been really cool to see like the entire process. You know what I mean? Like, we went from first photo to set photos to trailer. It's like it's really dope to see the entire process of the movie and shit like that. And I can't wait. I think James Gunn is gonna kill it. And yeah, let me know in the comments. What do you think of the Superman movie? Do you not like it? Do you love it? Are there things you wish were better? Are there things you wish were different? And let me know what you think of the Superman movie and the trailer, the Superman trailer, in the comments below. Again, I love Superman. I can't wait for Superman. I can't wait for the movie. This has been my favorite character. This character has inspired and like impacted me in like no other way that a character has. You know what I mean? Like, I've truly felt like Superman is like one of the things that like has actually impacted me in a very meaningful way. And I am in full support for this movie, and I can't wait to see it when it comes out. And yeah, so that's the end of the video. Read comic books, read Superman. Go on TikTok. There's a TikToker. His name is I follow him on Twitter too. His name is Jalen. He has a really dope Superman reading guide. A lot of Superman books that you can that you can read and understand the character and understand the character's values and all that. I think that go watch that TikTok if you want to learn more about Superman before the movie comes out. It'll give you some great books to read. You can kind of figure out, you can kind of get more background about the character and shit like that. My recommendations, if I had a Superman list recommendation, I would recommend For All Seasons. I think that's one of the best ones. I would recommend Birthright. I would recommend the Joshua Williams in 2023. I would recommend Superman Red, White, and Blue. I think that's another great one. And then, my last one. Oh, my last one would be the All-Star. My last one would be All-Star Superman. I would recommend that one too. So, yeah. That's it. Like, subscribe, comment below what you think of the Superman trailer, and I will see everybody in the next video. Peace out. Subscribe, bitch.